It's a race to 7, and your commentators are Alex Lely and Ted Lerner.
This is an intriguing matchup. I've seen some videos of Edmond online. He is one of these guys that everybody's looking at. Just a phenomenal talent. And but Zaja, maybe people haven't heard of him, but yeah, he's a good player.
And he's not a good player in that he can pocket balls and play shape and all that. No, he moves good, meaning his defense is good. He kicks the balls. His knowledge of the rails is really good. So if he can adapt quickly enough to the table, the TV setting, he can really be of added value. So now the shot he played, you know, he has left the 3-ball open. Wasn't a bad shot. Was in need of some good fortune there. But I think adapting to the table is quite easy, because this year it seems to be playing somewhat slower than other years.
Chang Jung-Lin now. He's been at the top, near the top of the 9-ball world for many years. And he's had some epic showdowns with the likes of Jason Shaw recently. You can always count on Chang Jung-Lin to be near the winner's circle in any event he enters. And Kevin Chung, well, not a bad resume himself. He won the U.S. Open several years ago.
Big surprise winner. Beat Boyes in the final. And for the people who know the old school Chinese Taipei player Xin Yang, Kevin Chang looks a lot like Xin Yang when he plays. And when I asked him, he confirmed that he has learned from the master. He plays top right, then the 9-ball will be a big ball. Not so much right, just topspin, arcing the cue ball. Came nowhere near the money ball. Was the opening shot on the 3 by Chang. Set them up. That's perfect 9-ball. Play good opener, get in line, then stay in line with perfect cue ball control.
As far as pool playing nations, that Chinese Taipei consistently over the last 15 years has produced not just the winners. Of course, you know, it's hard to win every event, but they're the most consistent, successful players who either win or get near the top of every tournament around the world. He's got a wing ball down in the corner pocket, but there will be no direct shot on the 1. Could be a jump shot.
Chinese Taipei players are very apt with the jump cue. Very apt, especially Xin Yang, Kevin Chan's mentor, or the champion that he has played with growing up as a player. He was amazing with the jump cue. Still is. The jump, not difficult at all. The pot, somewhat. Shape on the 2-ball. It's going to be the most difficult.
Good effort there, but to no avail. So it'll be the young phenom Plenty Kaçi. Love that name. Plenty Kaching.
Plenty Kaching.
That's perfect.
Kaching. And this is, now you see, so they attack and they get lucky. This is an element in 9-ball. If you never take a risk, you won't get rewarded by luck. Because you're playing conservative. Whenever you let the balls roll, something good can happen. So the top players in this tournament, you'll see him attack many times, even if the outcome isn't controlled or guaranteed. They will throw the dice. Now many people have wondered if Plenty Kaching could deal with the shot clock, because he's a very well, deliberate player. But
Yes.
he can.
What do you think? I generally think I've seen all the great players who are considered slow players. When they get on a shot clock, they're actually better. So, but he's a young guy. What do you think about his chances here with the shot
No
clock?
problem. He has many good habits. Many good habits in his game. He has a very clean technique. And he can deal with the shot clock. Just like Ralph Souquet. You know, Ralph likes to take his time, but when forced by the shot clock, he's perfectly able to play perfect. Actually, when he plays under the clock, Ralph Souquet, it looks even more impressive to me.
Safety for Chinese Taipei.
Now Zaja to kick it to 1-ball. He's favored to hit it. But will he try to finesse the ball? Find hiding behind the 9-8-5. Or give it a whack.
Double kiss there, and he got lucky. Nicely done. So Chinese Taipei tied up there. There's Clenty. Literally came out of nowhere. I mean, there was those last year in 2017 on, if you talk to players on the Euro Tour, yeah, they knew about him, but he hadn't made much noise. And then he came to the U.S. and won a big event in New York City, the World Pool Series, and in January, and he just was so amazing in New York City.
Second at the U.S. Open,
Second at the, then won another.
You know, in
World
the
Pool
USA,
Series.
they like their money games, and he doesn't shy away from that. And he, you know, he has rampaged many top players in the States.
There you see the attempt to get at that one. Bears fruit for Albania. Yeah, he has quickly established himself, Clenty, as one of the best players in the world. Not
For
just
me,
one of the best
especially,
young players.
he's one of the best crunch players, and that for a young guy, you know, is impressive. Because, you know, you have people with an older soul. He seems so wise and so calm for a player of his age.
He describes it as like he said he gave up much of his teenage years, you know, from horsing around in the streets or on the street corner like a lot of his friends were doing. And oh no, I say he ended up in the pool hall for 10 hours a day. A lot of people would think that that would be that's horsing around, but it served him well. He misses that one there though.
It's rare to see him miss a ball as grossly as that one. Awkward cue for Chang. Should get this though. Play it soft.
No. Oh, and he got away with it.
What a fluke.
A fluke, and that is part of the rules of 9-ball. If you're not familiar with that, you must hit the lowest numbered ball on the table. After you hit it, if any other ball goes down, you continue to shoot.
And we saw a glimpse of Kaçi's face in the chair. Frustrated expression. That's more than you regularly get to see from him. He's very stoic, but he's super anxious to do well here in the matchroom arena.
Well, and the thing is that this is a different format. You have a partner with you, so you're not totally on your own, and you can't just rely on your own great skills. You have a partner that you must play with. It's part of this unique format, Scotch doubles. Most of the year, these guys play singles. All they have to worry about is themselves. So this all coming off that miss on the 4-ball by Kaçi. And Chinese Taipei will quickly clear the colors and take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, thankfully. Because they missed the 4 and then kissed in the 5-ball to the side pocket. Getting away with murder, they say.
Welcome back to the 2018 World Cup of Pool from Shanghai, where Chinese Taipei have taken the opening 2 racks against Albania. A battle over the 2-ball was finally won by Chinese Taipei, who went on to run out the colours and claim a 3rd successive rack. Another battle over the 2-ball was finally settled by a sensational kick into the 9-ball by Cheng, giving Chinese Taipei the rack. The 2015 winners continued their dominance in the next rack, claiming a 5th straight win. We rejoin play at the start of the 6th with your commentators Alex Lely and Ted Lerner.
Anything can happen. You just have to bide your time and hope you get that one chance and then go on that miracle run. It can happen. And here might be a chance. Oh no. So just at the last second, the 7-ball goes down. Shot on the 1.
They don't have the breakdown. Chinese Taipei, they're looking to qualify for the 2nd round. But this really would be a worry to me if I were them. A worry for the whole campaign.
It was Spain earlier in that impressive victory over Vietnam. They were breaking as good as anybody. They had it down. But you can see Chinese Taipei getting a good spread on the balls, but the cue balls, they're always losing control of that.
If he avoids the 5, he needs to limit the speed of the cue ball. Hold for a cut on the 2. He wouldn't have had shape. But luckily, the knuckles have pushed the 1-ball in a safe position. Sigh of relief for Zaja, but with the way the balls are positioned, a hit on the 1, left or right side, a big chance to resave here, although on the lower side the scratch looms large. The 1-ball cuts. This is a chance for Albania, but how smooth and fluid is that back arm when you've been confined to the chair for 20 minutes? It's a very good snooker player also. Eklent Kaçi has represented Albania on numerous European championships.
That's a good shot there. 1 ball at a time. No reason to panic.
Now the 2 and 3 go to the same pocket, but the angle on the 2 is maybe too steep to hold This is where Marco Teucher from New Zealand miscued, trying to hold with a soft draw. So he punched it in, but this means that Kaçi has a slight angle on the 3. Needs to come around the angles.
Lots of pressure on the Albanian shoulders here. 5-0 down, race to 7.
Very small feathers, small warm-up strokes by Kaçi. He's very precise. One last smooth final swing through the ball.
So Edmond, Zaja, Kaçi finally get on the board. It's 5-1. Will it be enough to spur a comeback?
Unfortunately for Albania, the 2-ball once again proved their undoing as Chinese Taipei took the 7th and moved to within 1 rack of victory. A dry break from Chinese Taipei in the 8th sees Albania in control of the table.
Another miss.
Yeah, awkward cueing, difficult position. Plus an infected mindset. Just won his first Euro Tour. He'll be back, don't worry.
Well, if you're seeing Kaçi for the first time, you know we've been talking big things about him since the beginning of the tournament, and we were really pumping him up here, and he's had a few glaring misses, but trust us, this guy is one of the big-time futures of this sport.
Oh, Sky Sport viewers don't have to wait long. I expect him to play the Mosconi Cup. That would be great. More young guns. Filler, Kaçi, Zielinski is in this tournament. He's not even 18 yet, and
Right.
he won the Euro Tour before Kaçi.
Fedor Gorst, who we will see with Ruslan Chinnikov. They're an interesting side.
Interesting, to say the least.
Russia, Team Russia.
Yeah, they can do well here. And they will do well here, I expect. They've been playing in the States a lot, snapping off some tournaments. Chinnikov is now in the Roy Ariel stable, but I will elaborate a little more on that when Russia's on.
Has Fedor been traveling around with Ruslan in the U.S.?
A little, well, no, because Chinnikov is with a sponsor and a team, a crew, Dennis Okolo, James Aranas. Gorst, I believe, is now taking under the wings of the Sword Brothers.
Well, Team Russia will be in action tomorrow here in Shanghai. Right now, it is all Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei won this event in London. Ko Ping-yi and Cheng Yu-lung. They were really at the top of the sport individually at that time. Ko Ping-yi had come from Doha, Qatar just a week before, where he had won the World 9-Ball Championship, and they cruised to their first ever World Cup of Pool Championship. And this team right here of Kevin Chang and coming up to shoot Chang Jung-Lin, certainly highly capable of going all the way.
Yeah, clinical finishers. I will underline though that they had two big rolls. After Kaçi's miss, Jung-Lin missed the 4, he fluked the 5, and later that kick shot. Cheng riding the 9 and lucking it in the top corner left-hand pocket. But still, it's what you do with your luck.
That's correct. And this 9 ball will take it home, so Chinese Taipei moves on. Here at the World Cup of Pool, they advance to the final 16. Albania is out.